Hey folks, happy Wednesday. I'm looking at my watch to see if I need to say good morning. It is still morning for the next about 35 minutes, but I hope and pray that you're doing well today. Hope and pray that you've experienced God's rich blessings this day, and hope and pray that you experience those rich blessings the remainder of the day. Let me remind you of our prayer and Bible study time tonight at 6 p.m. Come on out and be with us as we go to the throne of God with our prayer concerns, and as we continue in our journey in building the doctrine of God. And what a wonderful study it's been thus far, and we want you to come and experience that with us as well. 6 p.m. tonight at Oak Level, you come and be with us as we gather for our prayer and Bible study time. It's going to be a wonderful time as always, and you are more than welcome. I want to read to you today in the book of John, chapter number 13. And you all know that chapter 13 through 16 of the book of John is known as the Upper Room Discourse. We know this to be that time when Jesus and those apostles are in the upper room prior to that time of crucifixion. And Jesus is teaching them everything that they need to know as they go out and they build the foundation of the church as we know it. The modern day equivalent would almost be kind of like maybe a training session for church planning or something of that nature. But in any case, we see Jesus here teaching them what they need to know as they're going to go out and build the foundation of the church. Build the foundation, of our weekly worship. Build the foundation of everything that we do right now as people of God. Hopefully we do right now. There's a lot of them that call themselves people of God that you don't see, but the foundation of which is built by the apostles. And Jesus had to teach them during this time that he's not going to be with them in physical form anymore. So they're going to have to know these things as they build the foundation of the church. Here is one very important thing that all of us as followers of Christ need to know, because we're no longer building the foundation of the church, but we're managing the church. And here is what we need to know, just like they needed to know. John chapter 13 and verse number 34. A new commandment I give unto you, that you love one another as I have loved you, that ye also love one another. And then he goes a little bit further in verse 35. He says, by this shall all men know that you are my disciples, if you have love one for another. Here's the question that we can ask ourselves, Christian. Would the world that sees us out there in the highways and the byways, I'm not talking about within the doors of the church building, but those that see us out and about, would they know that we have the love of God? Would they know that we are disciples of Jesus? And you say, Pastor, what do you mean by that? Well, if people were to see a bunch of us together, would they know that we are disciples of Christ? Or would we be arguing with one another? Would we be backbiting one another? Lord knows that happens. Or would we be in one accord? Would folks know that we have that love for one another, just like Jesus instructs, just like Jesus has for each and every one of us? Jesus says it right here. If people see you, church, disciples, people see that you have that love one for another, they're going to know that you're my disciples. I'm speaking in the words of Christ here. So would the world know that we're disciples of Christ? Would our families know that we're disciples of Christ? You see, Jesus gives us the prescription right here. Love one another just as he has loved us, and by that, the world will know that we are disciples of Christ. Be encouraged by this word today, folks. And remember, 6 p.m. tonight, come and be with us as we gather for our prayer and Bible study time. Love you, folks, and I'll talk to you a little bit later. God bless you.